on the topic of cold therapy, it's from a fundamental level, it's really hard to beat wet, crushed ice melting against a horse's leg. My favorite way to apply ice at the most basic form is to use an ice boot that holds the ice in small cubes or in a crushed form in pockets tight up against the horse's leg. It can be applied with Velcro closure. The horse can be turned loose in his stall. 40 minutes of that applied 3 times a day, which is a lot longer than most people are taught. 20 minutes is perceived to be the maximum period of time that a human should be exposed to that kind of icing, but a horse can tolerate longer. 40 minutes, 3 times a day with wet, crushed ice melting against the horse's leg is really my favorite and most fundamental way to apply ice therapy. For sure, there's many other options, and there are commercial systems available that have advantages of requiring less ice, which certainly when we're traveling with the team in Europe, it's often difficult to find good sources of ice. So it's important to have a machine that can use a small amount of ice and circulate cold water through their device to apply cold therapy to the leg. That's a very good second choice, and it's a little bit more of an expensive way to proceed, but it helps us around the limitation of availability of ice, and some of those systems are excellent. Some of the systems as well allow us to provide provide pressure to the leg in addition to the cold, and that pressure or application of pressure, sometimes that's even active pressure with the system, helps to stimulate circulation at the same time you're applying cold. So that can be another advantage of some of the commercial systems that are available out there. But from a fundamental level, for sure, ice melting against the horse's leg and good old-fashioned massage to break up edema is a good way to go. I don't like ice packs or frozen peas either, for that matter. It's certainly a way to deliver cold, but the cold isn't going to be delivered at the lowest temperatures reasonably possible, and it's also not going to be sustained over a prolonged enough period of time. So for me, that again, back to that wet crushed ice melting against the leg, that's an important element of it, in an easy and fundamental way to do it. I'm not a big fan of ice packs. Again, some of the commercial cold delivery systems maybe don't involve the ice melting against the leg, but they can keep the area cool for a prolonged period of time, and that for sure is an advantage of those systems as well.